My mic sounds nice. Check 2.
Okay, I'm rolling. I'm Henry Rollins.
I don't know who that is.
He's the singer for Black Flag. Is it Black Flag?
More
Punk.
like black.
All right, let's try it one more time.
But like, I've never heard, like, get on the tools.
Yeah, beat the fuck out of your dad. Yeah.
Fix your shit, bitch.
I don't know, were they just Germans or were they Nazis?
I don't know what I'm saying. ASMR, like reading sounds. Ooh, yes.
I wonder what the sex is like. Do you think it's like angry?
Wow, dude.
Not even looking at the kid.
I don't know, man. There's something off about him.
Why can't people just be normal and just fucking beat off in private?
So unprofessional.
What the fuck? Get on the tools. He's a punk. He's a old school punk rocker.
Okay.
Also an actor.
An actor? What's he been in?
Have you seen Sons of Anarchy?
I've seen Sons of Anarchy.
Black Flag. Yeah, he was in Black Flag.
Who does he play in Sons of Anarchy?
Do you remember the second season? There's a white supremacist group.
I do remember. That's a spicy season.
He's the leader of that crew. If you remember
Really?
that.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, what a guy. Okay.
Which I thought was pretty he is pretty funny because he's like,
yeah, it's really funny that season.
No, well, him playing a white supremacist is funny. Dingus.
Because he's a black guy. Yeah, they just white faced him.
He's not a black guy, but because he's part of this like very like political punk rock band, Black Flag, which is it's just
ironic is what they call that.
Yeah, I guess it is ironic.
It is ironic, I suppose. But starting off, I need to close down the Discord tab because I'm just getting distracted by Power Ranger titties that we left in there last time. Just like straight up, I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, I do it straight away. But I've got I'm a good boy. I can see past the titties.
And just
sexualize women like you do.
Is that? Yeah, I think that's okay. That's literally just pornography. The first one, and the second one is
first one's
not my fault.
Pornography.
Yes, it is. What? It's not hardcore.
It's not for it's art. It's just art.
That's art. Suppose so.
It's the modeling shit. Anyway.
Power Rangers itself is art, though.
Yeah, it's true.
We should. Well, is this a Get on the Tools app, or should we just start a second podcast that's just Power Rangers content? Because I'm down for that.
Just Power Rangers content. I don't know. I was thinking we should do a what do you call it? A tier list of the best to worst Power Ranger suits. Like, you know, how you got like
the suits,
grade
right.
suit, S grade suit. Yeah.
See, that's good content for the Mighty Morphin podcast.
But other than that, I don't know what else. We're gonna have to like
you just watch an episode every one
every
week, and
that's a lot of content right there.
Yeah, well, we don't want to run out of episodes in the first month. It's like 700. I tell you though, I was watching Little Power Rangers. I watched the first episode of the second season. They do your boy Billy dirty. They do him really dirty.
They did him dirty.
but then, I also watched RPM. I think it was the first episode of RPM, and it's dork. It's wild. It opens with...
It's dark?
Okay,
yeah.
So the opening to Power Rangers RPM, the world has already been taken over by robots. Someone created some AI, which created robots, which took over the entire world, and there's only one domed city in the entire world that's safe. And it starts with this like battle, like robots are advancing on the city, and there's like a gunfight. They have laser guns. People are being shot and killed. People are being exploded and killed.
Damn, that sounds awesome.
And it's pretty wild. And it starts with one of the Power Rangers like brothers is killed in the start. He's like the son of this general.
Yeah, right. Damn. So it's RPM. So do they have like car based or vehicle based?
Yeah, it's really bad
powers?
idea to make the fact that they all have, because it's like it's the Cars one, and it's set in the place where they can't drive around. It's like one city that they don't have a lot of room to drive around in.
True. So what the fuck?
But you know what I mean? It's not like the
point?
big open space one. It's the one where they're most confined to a certain place. But whatever. Went for 3 seasons, so...
Damn, man, it must have been popular. Must have been good.
I don't know about that. Must have been cheap to make, at the very least.
Well, speaking of cars, like the new Need for Speed came out recently. And so, I've never been a fan of like the modern soundtracks of Need for Speed, so I've been like what do you call it? Oh, I guess I've just been making my own. Well, like they haven't been good since like I think it peaked at the old Most Wanted. I think that was the soundtrack perfect. It suited everything.
Okay.
Yeah, from like 2005 or 6 or whatever it was. And so I've been making my own soundtrack, and I've been like playing the game with the songs I think that would fit, and then and some of them just hit right. Some of them just hit perfectly. I'm just like, yeah, that's one that's going in. And some like sort of hit, but then they don't, and I'm just like, no. So that's what I've been spending my day doing, is slowly, making
tweaking
my
the
perfect
playlist while you're playing
tweaking the playlist. Yeah. Well, I haven't even played the new one. I was playing the old one to prep, so I had a good soundtrack ready to go with it. But I'm gonna see if the soundtrack for this one's any good. It's called Need for Speed Unbound. I haven't played it. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's better than the last few. They haven't really had a good track record. I don't know. That's what I haven't heard anything from it yet. So I'm gonna go in and like have a listen to the soundtrack, see if it's any good first, and if it's got any bangers, then I might just leave it. But the last few have not been good. They haven't had any bangers.
So what does the playlist look like? I mean, what are some
so I like
from your own mix.
It's very inspired by the Most Wanted soundtrack. So the old Most Wanted soundtrack, if anyone's familiar, I think is iconic. I think it's one of the best like soundtracks to ever exist. It's got Bull for My Valentine. It's got Disturbed. It's got Prodigy, Mastodon,
Disturbed even,
Lupe Fiasco. Like it's got.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's got like just bangers on bangers, and a lot of the people,
yeah.
Static X, Static X.
I'm familiar with Static X, yes.
So it's just a great. Like, so I kind of like wanted to base on that, but I didn't want to go with any sort of old music. So I'm trying to keep it in with the last maybe like 3-4 years.
Oh, really? You're trying to keep it modern as if it's what they would have chosen to put on themselves?
Chosen recently.
So you're gunning for whoever does the sound design, or
I'm gunning for their position. I'm gonna go onto the subreddit. I'm gonna post it, and then once it's done, and I'm coming.
50 million karma, and they'll put you in as the mixologist, as it were.
I'll become like the head of Criterion, like gaming and entertainment. I'll be the designer. But that's what I spent my day doing so far.
That's a hell of a playlist. The power of music. The whole day?
Yeah, it was pretty much. I was playing like the old Need for Speed, so I wasn't just like going through the music. I was like listening to the tracks and then playing it, so I was like trying to get the right feel. So far, I've got a couple of songs.
Only a couple?
We have some. Wait, we got one. No, it's about. I'll go through the list right now. I'll pull it up.
Hit us with it.
So there's a lot of bands that are not very big. Well, a couple of them are quite big, but some of them aren't.
Right, so we're going more underground. You're going more Need for Speed.
Yeah, we got. There's like a sort of new metal band I found called Profiler, which are really good. There's like a 3-piece, and they just hit the kind of the theme of it right, where they got this like really nice guitar, just like very driving guitar riffs, and just very but it's not too distracting where it's like you're not going to just focus in, but it adds to the experience and adds to like the racing element. And then I had to go for some like more DMB sort of stuff, so you get that sort of like early 2000s sort of Fast and Furious type feel of it.
That's with, the shit, yeah.
4 a.m. by Tokyo Rose and Alex.
Ooh.
And that's a great banger. I don't know, a lot of people probably never heard of these guys, but and then we got Gods by Sleep Token, which is. It starts off and it's got this really heavy like guitar riff that's just so powerful and just immediately gets you amped and pumped up. But then it chills out in the middle, so it gives you a little bit of time to breathe while you're racing.
Get the focus a little bit,
and then it comes back right at the end with this straight up, just really nice, very heavy breakdown. And
crescendo,
that's beautiful.
Sure.
So it's kind of a mix between electronic music so far and like sort of metal /
speed metal. As it were, Need for Speed.
Not really,
metal.
no.
Need metal.
I wish. Speed metal is a very different thing. That's just fast-paced metal. It's just like...
Oh, is that what it is? Sure.
It's too fast for me. Yeah.
Too fast, right? Well, then you're never gonna have.
But you need like
race.
You need a bit of groove to it when you're racing. You need a bit of groove, you know.
Sure, it's not about all accelerations. It's about mixture, brakes, and acceleration. Sure, it's about rhythm.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, it's about rhythm. So you need some groove. And then, another song, "Don't Start" by a band called where are they? Banks Arcade, little band from New Zealand.
Ooh,
fantastic! But it's also perfect because it's a nice mix of both the sort of metal and electronic. So you get the night in between. It was like it's got a bit of D&B, a bit of trap elements. Yeah.
So you can slot that in anywhere on the list because I imagine that there might be a couple of songs that don't sort of work well back to back. You could I've seen on a shuffle situation. I've tried to make it as shuffle friendly as possible. So, but there's a couple of songs, like a couple more chill songs for when you're like just driving around, like a song by where is it? The Return by Pilot is more of a chill sort of 80s, sort of more of a cruising song. So I try, but it's hard. Like unless I program it into myself so they play in certain situations, you're never going to get it right. Till the mod rolls in. Well, you should. I mean, how's the any tracks from Drive going to be on there? Any of the Goose? Or is it Ryan Reynolds that's in Drive? I feel like it's too old. 2011. No, I feel like it's too old now. Like all the tracks that came from that. Like Nightcall, it is classic, but that's what I mean. I've got some more modern songs that came out recently that are like that. So.
Well,
in defiance of modern songs, have you ever fucked with the Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure?
No.
No?
No, I've never fucked with that.
So Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure came out in 2003, and it was a hell of a game. It was on PS2. I remember I rented it a bunch of times. I never owned it. I rented it heaps of times. But it had a soundtrack that it was Tony Hawk's, but you got to play as like Simba from The Lion King. It was really good. I've definitely seen it before, but I don't think I ever picked it up. I was a huge Tony Hawk's fan though. Yeah, I love the Tony Hawk's games. It's like I think it's slightly easier than Tony Hawk's, but it was a hell of a game and I played it a lot. And you could custom make characters. I remember that. I made all my friends. Just everyone hanging out so we could all go skating together. But my favorite was I think I used to play as Simba the most because he was on all fours, so the tricks just looked fucking dumb. Dumb.
That's sick. That's sick. Like what? Like you like a dog riding a skateboard? I guess like a cat riding a skateboard.
Yeah, he would ride this big and I can't remember. They're not all skateboards. Some of them just ride like Buzz Lightyear rides a hoverboard. And I think Tarzan just rides a piece of wood or some shit. I think Simba probably does as well. But it didn't look super clean.
Simba's got like a Enjoy skateboard. He's actually sponsored by Rodney Mullen himself.
Well, the soundtrack to that was 13 tracks, so it didn't have a huge assortment
13
for you to go through. Well, it was this PS2 era. You couldn't have that's almost a whole album. That's pretty impressive, frankly.
Hey, Need for Speed Most Wanted came out, and that has like it's probably like 20-something tracks, maybe 26.
Well, double. That was twice the size. Well, it was a very quintessential 2003 track. It's something else. So the track list includes "Live in Stereo" by the Newsboys, "The Energy" by Audio Vent, "Play Like Us" with Romeo Miller, "Where's Your Head At" by Basement Jaxx.
Oh yeah. Classic.
"Somewhere on Fullerton" by Alistair. Pacific Coast Party by Smash Mouth, which is a really good one. Perfect Kind of Day by Lisa W. Here We Go by The Grits. Grow Up by Simple Plan. Another big banger on the list. Yeah. Sell Out by Real Big Fish. Get a Clue by Prozac. Spinning Around by Jump 5. And Downfall by Trust Company. So all absolute fucking slappers.
That's a contender for a goddamn great album. Holy shit.
Yeah. I wonder if I can buy it. I wonder if I can buy the Disney Extreme Skate Adventure album CD. I wonder if they've released it. No, so just the game. I gotta buy the game.
You gotta buy the game.
I already own the game actually on Xbox.
I'm sure someone's made, like on Spotify, someone's made like a playlist of like the soundtracks that are with that game.
I guess. It's just not the same.
songs that are with the game, yeah.
I need it on vinyl, bro. I need only the quality of vinyl.
The vinyl. I'm looking at like the Need for Speed Most Wanted soundtrack on Spotify, and they're definitely missing. They're missing songs, and they've straight up got the wrong songs from like some bands. They got instead of the actual Mastodon song "Blood and Thunder" that's in the game, they've got a string tribute band that does the song.
Mastodon. They have the tribute band doing. Well, so why? What's this website? This janky fucking website that you're on trying to get the information from?
I'm on Spotify. No, I'm looking at someone's playlist that
so
someone's made on Spotify.
Well, it's
but they didn't put the right.
Inspired by the.
No, it's got every other song is the right song, but it doesn't.
So
for some reason, just one they put in a different band, like a tribute band.
Maybe they prefer it. It sounds like something that I would do.
I'm gonna look up, see if Blood and Thunder is on Spotify, and if it's not, then they got no excuse.
Blood and Thunder.
No, it's there. Yep, that is Mastodon. Blood and Thunder. It's a banger. It's a banger of a song. It's like heavy metal.
Heavy metal?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe. It's more metal, actually. Now,
more metal?
Less heavy metal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not so much of a connoisseur of metal as you. But what's the best movie soundtrack of all time if you had to pick one? Because I know we've talked about Big Trouble in Little China, I think, has a good soundtrack.
That's a banging soundtrack.
But you've got to have a favorite. You got to have an all-timer.
Shit. I'm trying to... There's one that really speaks to me, and it's just because it's so beautiful, is The Last Samurai's score. Have you heard of that?
The Last Samurai.
Have you seen The Last Samurai?
Yeah, I have seen The Last Samurai a couple of times, so I've definitely heard the score, but I can't say it stood out to me.
It's beautiful. It is gorgeous. It's Hans Zimmer did it, I'm pretty sure. It is so much like
classic,
nuanced than the rest of his work. So it's like, you know how like a lot of people think of like Hans Zimmer as like, you know, big horns and like mostly just horns. They're just known for like the like that sort of shit. Yeah. The one song in this, I think it's called A Way of Life.
Surprised the Discord filter let that one through.
Yeah.
Surprised to let that through the filter.
There's two tracks from it that are absolutely beautiful. Like there's A Way of Life and then Safe Passage. And those are both just gorgeous themes from the movie.
Gorgeous songs.
Apparently to be considered a song, it needs singing in it. So I guess they're just instrumentals or score. Well, these are scores. These are scores, right?
Just pieces of
soundtracks.
Music.
Well, soundtracks also is confusing because soundtrack could also mean like a culminated playlist of songs.
I think soundtrack is songs. Yeah, I think soundtracks is even if they only use part of the song or like a sample from it, it's a list of actual songs, not just a score. That's what I would consider a soundtrack. But if we're talking scores, a sleeper hit, the Hobbit soundtrack / score, because they have both, is actually pretty hot. There is some good songs in there. Like it's their trash movies. But there is some good pieces of music in amongst them. Ed Sheeran, he's in there.
Wait, so is this like music that was made for like Enya, like the Enya song at the end of like Fellowship of the Ring, like that sort of stuff?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I know Ed Sheeran did a song
because that May It Be? That's a banger. May It Be like a shiny star or whatever it is at the end of Fellowship of the Ring. That's a banger.
I can't say I knew the name of that song. I also can't say that I've ever just listened to, really. That was a big thing in the 90s, early 2000s. Remember every movie Will Smith was in for about 25 years? He did a song for the credits.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Just him rapping after Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West? It's Wild Wild West. And then Men in Black, you had two songs. Did you do one for the third one?
Who knows? Probably not. They had Harvey Keitel do the rap for that one.
I'm trying to... No, I think Pitbull did the official song for that
hell
movie.
Yeah. Mr. Worldwide fucking cranking out another banger. Another hell.
Oh. Pitbull did it. Damn. Missed out.
Do you think they asked Will, or do you think he got passed over? Because they're like, sorry, Billy. He starts playing, I got the new track for the new Men in Black song, and the producer leans over, it's like 3 seconds in, he just hits the stop, and he's like, listen, you got Mr. Worldwide on this one, so just take a break, it's all good, man. Sounds great, Will. Maybe we can use it for a different movie. Oh, man.
Mr. Worldwide. I'm Mr. Worldwide.
Is that really what I think he was the kid? What is Will Smith's rap name?
I don't know. Is Pitbull really been all around the world? Why is he
Every
called
country.
Mr. Worldwide?
Because he sometimes says things in Spanish, I guess. Like the way he
So he's Mr. Mr. He speaks every single language.
Yeah, well, he's fluent in everything. I like the way the Pitbull's already his nickname. And he also just has a second nickname, which is Mr. Worldwide. Because there's no way his name is Pitbull.
I always assumed that he was called that because he had a bald head that kind of resembled Earth. Like, that was Mr. Worldwide.
You thought he was named...
Yeah.
You thought Armando Perez's name was Mr. Worldwide because his head looked like the Earth.
Yeah.
He's such a weird fucking looking dude. He looks so bad without the soul patch and mustache. He looks fucking terrible without his soul patch.
No, I can't see him. I'm looking at Mr. Worldwide.
He looks like fucking trash. Man, he looks like Ray Fiennes' Voldemort a bit.
Ray Fiennes.
Not that we're going to talk about anything in that sort of universe.
I did watch a movie with Rafe. Is it Rafe? Oh, I thought he thought it was Ralph.
I believe he says Rafe because
it's Rafe.
That's how you get like
Rafe Fiennes.
Rafe Fiennes.
I called him Ralph Fiennes for a long time. So I got both those wrong.
Maybe
Fiennes,
it is Ralph. Maybe I have just
no.
Okay.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
I watched that movie, The Menu, with him in it recently. It was it's good. It was
it's his latest one. He killed it,
Yeah.
just like he kills all the people in that movie, I'm guessing.
Oh, you guessed right. He kills people, but not in the way you think.
Oh, he was in Red Dragon?
Yeah, didn't he play the Red Dragon? Isn't that the killer?
Maybe. You don't see him for ages in that movie. Like, he actually doesn't get that much screen time.
You just, like, see his back.
Yeah.
You just see his back all the time. Yeah.
Muscular-ass, tattooed Red Dragon back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's visibly older Anthony Hopkins in visibly older than he is in Silence of the Lambs.
It's supposed to be a prequel. Yeah. Is it? I always figured that they just decided to not make it a prequel and just made it a separate movie, but just decided they were like, you killed it in the last one, just come back and play as Hannibal Lecter again.
Well, I'm assuming that's the big draw.
But then they made another sequel another prequel called just Hannibal, right? Which is also a prequel.
Yeah, is that still Anthony? Is that still Tony Hopkins?
Yeah.
Oh, I assume they aged him down though, or digitally. Or
it's a sequel. It's a sequel to Silence of the Lambs. Never mind. I thought it was a prequel.
Well, he gets out of prison, does he? Oh, that's right. He escapes. Spoiler for Silence of the Lambs. He escapes in it. He escapes it. If you haven't seen Silence of the Lambs, he does.
It's actually. I remember that scene shocked me when I first watched it when he like rips off that dude's face.
Well, I like the way in the Red Dragon, especially. Not only is he super smart psychologist, he's also super strong for some reason. He also has superhuman strength. So Hannibal is actually made before Red Dragon.
Oh, Hannibal was made before Red Dragon.
Yes, Red Dragon was made before. Yeah.
So it was even that was a prequel to this one. So it's like somehow they didn't decide to just de-age him a little bit. I've never watched Hannibal actually. I just realized I've only seen Red Dragon and yeah. I kind of forgot it existed.
Sleeping on Hannibal. Yeah, is it reviewed badly or something? It is reviewed quite badly. 39% on Rotten Tomatoes. That
means that there's 39% of people liked it.
It's another one. Yeah, great.
But we could be part of that 1/4. 1/3, basically.
It's another of the Ridley Scott. So it says it's a prequel to The Silence of the Lambs here. Another Hans Zimmer track. Yes, it does.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Did you
like that?
Did you know that's... I like Hans Zimmer. He's a good composer. Did you know that Silence of the Lambs is... Oh, it's not really a sequel, but it kind of is to Manhunter, which was a movie before it. Which is... a
spiritual successor?
Which is the original Red Dragon, which was made in like 1986.
Yeah.
Because Red Dragon is the first story with Hannibal Lecter. And then it goes Silence of the Lambs. But because they wanted to reboot it, they'd already made a Hannibal Lecter movie too recently, so they were just like, we'll just make the sequel, but we'll make it as if it's the first of the series, and just have an entirely new thing.
And then acknowledge Manhunter too much. So who plays Hannibal in Manhunter? Brian Cox.
Brian Cox. Yeah, who's a great actor. I've never seen Manhunter though, but I hear it's... The Red Dragon in this movie already looks way more intimidating than the one in the Red Dragon. The
film Red Dragon? I guess so. He looks pretty freaky. He's got like a stocking over the top half of his head.
Yeah, stocking over his head. That's terrifying.
He looks a bit like, without it... he looks like a person who's dressed up for Halloween as like that creature from Labyrinth who has eyeballs in his hands. But maybe that's just the pose because of the pose he's doing in the pictures that I'm looking at.
Yeah, true. I see that. But like, look at what the. Can you see like the poster for it? This is like terrifying. Hold up, I'll post it into the Discord.
Yeah, push down the pornography a little bit.
Yeah. Like this poster looks terrifying. If I saw like,
well, it looks like a cheesy kind of horror movie more than you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Silence
but
of the Lambs
still,
is
but like
classic
using the
thriller.
shadows, and then you got the red dragon. That's pretty good. It kind of looks like Martian Manhunter. You know who that is?
So scary, Martian Manhunter. Whoa.
Oh, it's Manhunter. That's where they got the inspiration from Martian Manhunter.
Right.
This guy saw this and was like, imagine if this guy kind of looks like a Martian. Wait. Martian.
Well, it's based off a book.
Manhunter?
It's based off a book, isn't it?
It is based off a book.
Martian
Yeah.
It's just stupid. I always got him confused with Marvin the Martian back in the day.
Who the fuck is Marvin the Martian?
What? You don't know Marvin the Martian?
Oh, from Looney Tunes. Yeah,
Looney Tunes, yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was.
Making me
I didn't know his name was Marvin.
Yeah, well, what do you think his name was? Just Martian?
I thought it was Martian. Yeah,
No.
I actually thought it was just Martian. Yeah,
Martin the Martian. No, Marvin the Martian. You
Marvin
clunker.
the Martian.
You putty.
So you thought this guy was Martian Manhunter?
I thought Marvin the Martian was beating the fuck out of Superman, yeah. Sometimes.
Kind of looks like a bit Roman.
Well, he has that little
Oh yeah.
tassel on the top of his hat, yes.
Yeah. He's wearing like a little skirt thing.
Little skirt thing. You
Romans used to.
You think that creature from Pan's Labyrinth with the eyeballs in his hand, you think he beats off? Think he watches himself like as he beats off? What do you think the deal is? Probably closes the eye, right?
Yeah. I think he leaves one open.
Definitely.
No. He leaves his third eye open. If you know what I mean.
No, I don't. But
the eye of his dick. That's what
yeah, no, I kind of. That was one of the options. Definitely, that was swishing around in my head. Do you think he lubes up with eyeball juice? Just goes for it?
Yeah, that's it. He tears up while
he
he's
tears
doing
up.
it.
So his pornography is like sad shit that he watches.
Yeah.
Just listening to the last voicemail from his wife.
That's kind of.
She died.
It's kind of a miserable existence having to fucking always hold your hands up so you can fucking see all the time.
I guess. I assume his brain can cope with the fact, like, you know how chameleons can pivot their eyes, like, you know, all over the place? His brain can cope with looking at two different things at the same time. We just can't comprehend that. Imagine just looking at your
I don't think
eyeball.
so yet.
What happens if he holds his hands up to each other and looks? Does he get this infinite looking loop? That's not how that works.
If he holds them together, I think he just sees two eyes, right? But he doesn't know which one's which, right?
Yeah, he completely
He's confused.
loses perspective. He just goes insane immediately. He used to be a very normal family man until he did that one day, and now he's a monster in a labyrinth. He used to live in society with the rest of his family.
I could just imagine like
one rule that you never break.
He like is creeping up on like the little girl, and his like hands are kind of spread, and they suddenly he starts to go to grab her, but his eyes lock on and just stops and starts shaking, just has a mental breakdown. What was that movie about? It was like about her fucking Nazis or something, right? Isn't that what the fucking...
No, it was about the Spanish Civil War back in 1890, whatever. Yeah. And it's kind of like Alice in Wonderland, basically, is the premise. Yeah. It's a Guillermo del Toro. It's really probably one of my top 5. It's really good. I really like Pan's Labyrinth.
I really liked it too. I watched it. I like Guillermo del Toro's movies in general. Pacific Rim? God damn. That's it's a bit of a jump between Pan's Labyrinth and Pacific Rim, but
he can do it all.
Pacific Rim
he
fucking
can do
rules.
it all. Guillermo does them both. You know what I mean? Get a man who can do both, and damn, he does giant robots just as well as he does like subtle children-based fantasy thrillers.
Did you watch the sequel, Pacific Rim 2?
Yes, it wasn't as good. It was like Power Rangers though.
It was Power Rangers, but I fell asleep during it. And then I woke up to Charlie Day.
During it?
Yeah, I fell asleep.
That's weird. They promised to have a third one.
It just didn't catch me. It just didn't catch me.
Sure, but it's not unexciting. There's a lot of robots punching each other still.
Yeah, but I just didn't find it like that cool, man. I don't know. It just didn't really. Just felt too. It felt Power Rangers, but not even that good. As good as Power
either
Rangers.
do Power Rangers or don't.
Yeah,
I guess is my point. Is there 5 years between those movies?
Was there supposed to be more? Like, wasn't it supposed to be a big kaiju universe or something? It was like Pacific Rim, and it was going to be Godzilla, and like they're all going to combine.
I don't
and like fight each other.
I don't know about that.
Because
I'm pretty funny to watch
sure
Godzilla just get absolutely fucking wrecked by a giant, giant robot.
Yeah, because it's all the same production company, and I'm pretty sure they were supposed to have like a big kaiju universe at some point. Which is why like we got King Kong vs Godzilla, which I thought was sick. I thought was awesome.
Really, Godzilla vs
Kong. And have you seen it?
Yes, that was so fucking silly. The scene, they completely lost me when you just like get to the scene. You just cut to the monkey like lounging on the throne, and they're just watching him. You completely lost me. What kind of a fucking scene is that? What are you cutting this monkey just lounging around on a stone throne? That's his life now. He's just like, well, time to live this life. Yeah. All of a sudden, and then
he's not a monkey. He's a great ape. You get them right.
He's a big boy. Watching this big boy.
He's a big boy.
Sit around.
Yeah, because that's
which, by the way, did the monkeys
reclaimed his throne?
Did the monkeys build that throne? Because it's not like he's intelligent enough to build that chair. He's not a man-like intelligence monkey. He's just a normal intelligence monkey. He doesn't have the ability, capacity to build this civilization. So who the fuck built it? Where did it come from?
The older ones. The ones that... Because he was born on an island with no one around. Or I guess that maybe he was. I can't remember how Kong was. I can't remember Kong Skull Island at all. But from what I gathered, yeah, those great apes did. And they were like, what? They were at an eternal struggle with the Godzillas or whatever? Like they were... supposed to fight? I can't remember.
I believe it was... I believe the whole thing was that there was only ever meant to be one big boy. That was the big boys all were just like, there can only be one.
Yeah, and they decide, but then they realize there can be two.
There can be two.
One of them can live on land, one of them can live in the ocean. It works out
that's the thing.
Perfectly.
Well, I think because Godzilla comes on land, that's when he's like, well, he's fucked. This guy's fucked.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He just like runs up the
come
hole.
up here.
You could, what the fuck is this dog doing on my fucking turf? He's just very Australian.
Bro,
King
Kong though is just like an absolute beast in that movie. I love it. I love that he's straight up
gorilla.
But like, yeah, that's true. But oh man, if you ever want to like feel like I'm trying to think of how to say this more like it like has that, you know how every sort of guy has that sort of very masculine, very toxic masculine. That's what I imagined like Godzilla is. That's it on screen. Is just this fucker who just likes to bash the shit out of things that don't fucking belong on his land, and just wants to fucking thrash them around. Sure. And just dominate, yeah. And you just feel that. You just, the monkey part in our brain. We just see it, and we're like, that is fucking cool. That guy's a maniac.
I can't say I got that especially, but I kind of get what you mean.
Every time that he absolutely started thrashing Godzilla, I was like, fuck yeah, get him, Kong. But then at the same time, every time Godzilla did like some awesome like laser beam shit, then I was like, that guy's fucking cool. That I just have an equal amount of respect. Maybe it's just I just like watching the huge things fight.
Yeah, what kaiju is like a good concept. Yeah. It's a fucking dope concept. Yeah. That's what makes Pacific Rim so good. Because they have the different designs of robots and different designs of kaiju. It's like instead of being like, having this one cool kaiju and this one cool other one fight, let's do a whole mixed party bag of the whole gang. Different weapons and all the different cool shit. That's what makes Pacific Rim so good. That and the fact that there's not really that much action in it. There's a lot of very good acting scenes in it.
That's
theatric scenes.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I actually liked about Godzilla vs Kong, or Kong vs Godzilla, whatever the hell it's called.
Godzilla vs
was
Kong.
The fact that they
correct yourself inanely.
One or the other, vice versa. Was that they gave the characters because they had to have the human characters in it. Apparently, the director didn't want the human characters in it because he just wanted to have Godzilla and Kong fight. Sorry, he thought that's the point of the movie.
The director of who's the director of Godzilla vs Kong? I need to know who this maniac is now.
He did some great movies. He did You're Next. He did The Guest.
Adam Wingard.
He did Adam Wingard. Yeah, I like some of his work. I love The Guest.
Looks crazy. Firstly, he's an insane looking person. He looks like he lives in a basement. That's all I'll say about his weird facial hair choices. But sorry, he just wanted to have no dialogue, no.
Basically, he wanted to just have like a basic movie that built up to this incredible fight. He just wanted it, but like he didn't.
But how
he didn't want to have human characters in it.
How are you meant to know what's going on?
Because
the human characters
make it work.
You can make it work because they have to explain. Oh, there he is. Because you get to the scene where he's lounging
No,
on his
you
monkey
don't
throne.
need. Nah,
you get to the scene where he's lounging on his monkey.
You can, if you have two monkey brain cells, you can put together that he's reclaiming his throne. That's it. You can put that together. That's what's happening.
And then they go into So there's just a part of the movie where King Kong's cruising around. No one has said anything. Not a word of English has been spoken. And then suddenly he just goes into a hole in the top of the earth. And you're like,
you can understand.
Yeah, that makes sense. No,
you can make.
That's
insane. You can absolutely make it work without people. You definitely can make these movies work without people.
I'm cutting this movie, personally, to have no human being, no dialogue into it, and then I'm going to show it to someone who's never seen it, and they need to tell me what's going on. They need to say what's going on. If they can't, they can't get pretty close.
They will absolutely be able to figure out what's going on. Actually, apart from like maybe Mecha Godzilla coming in, that's sort of
comes in randomly. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But what I was going to say
is
that
Adam Wingard are fucking idiots.
Adam Wingard did do it right though by giving these characters a ridiculous plot to follow, because that way it made it entertaining. Whereas in like I think it was the second Godzilla movie, the plot with the humans was fucking boring. Like it was. I found myself, it was just tedious, and basically they did use that to just get the movie, like, you know, moving forward.
Sure, explain why the monsters were going next, where they were going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it was just tedious, and it was like, yeah, sure. But with Godzilla vs. Kong, they gave it super ridiculous plot that was just so bizarre, and, you know, them going to the center of the earth, which made it more interesting, because you're like, this is super dumb, but at least it's fun. Right.
Well, it's based off of. Did you know that people used to think that the Earth was hollow, and that there were expeditions to find the hole at the North Pole
to find King Kong?
Not King Kong, just the hollow Earth to get inside.
Just the hollow Earth. I know. Earthers. Yeah, I know it's a real theory. Yeah,
there used to be hollow Earthers.
Do you think they still exist? Do you reckon there's a couple of Facebook pages about the hollow Earthers?
Probably not. I think if you're that kind of crazy, I think Flat Earth kind of won the weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it beat them out. They're like, I think it was the fact that maybe they were like, well, this is ridiculous. Like, they're like, trying to think of like in the brain set of a hollow Earth, or why they would stop believing in a hollow Earth. Honestly, I'm starting to believe in a hollow Earth after watching King Kong vs. Godzilla.
That makes sense.
Maybe I want to believe in it.
Maybe that's what I want. Start believing it, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I think here's my theory.
I'm actually struggling to think of a way they would be like, no, I don't believe that there's a core and that the Earth's solid. I don't believe that. Like, I'm trying to think of a reason why they would stop believing that, and I can't.
We're just okay. How thick is the crust of the Earth? How far would I have to dig before you called it? Before you're like, all right. You haven't just broken through the other side. No, but
I'm not a hollow earther. We need to ask her. That's why I want to find a hollow earther to ask these questions to. Why they believed in a hollow earth.
Let's get him on the pod. First guest is some dude who thinks the Earth is hollow. That'll be great. That'll be really entertaining. He's not going to be some rambling lunatic at all who doesn't sound good on microphone.
That's what you want.
Well, that's what it's going to be.
No, but like the flat earthers still think the Earth is flat, even with the like shitload of amount of, you know, data that you can physically see that proves the Earth's like round. There's like not much data to prove like you can physically see how that the Earth is not hollow, right?
Okay.
So you know that how did they get convinced? How did they like be like, oh, I guess the Earth isn't hollow? I guess I was like bullshit the entire time.
I suppose, but there's got to be. I mean, I'm sure there's some science. Someone who understands why earthquakes happen properly would probably be able to say, "Well, no, we know the Earth's not hollow because like X, Y." But I'm not that man, unfortunately. Okay. You're asking me to explain science, but I'm just not that man.
No, I'm asking you to explain. Yeah, I'm asking you to explain more or less
theorize about
psychology.
A man who can explain.
The psychology you can of why a hollow Earth, because you said like hollow Earth has got like, you know, they don't exist. Or there's flat earthers who've taken over.
It sounded like you were googling it, but here's the thing about flat Earth.
I did Google it, and I can't find anything.
No. Well, we should start the society. People will probably latch on.
Society. Here we go.
But here's the thing.
See, no, it's just mostly people just being like, this is what the Hollow Earth is a concept.
Yeah.
About.
Okay, but here's my sort of ideas about flat earthers is they really don't believe the Earth is flat. Like nobody actually thinks the Earth is flat. That's just not a truly held belief that
I disagree. I disagree.
But they're just sad people. They just want attention. You know what I mean? They just need attention. They want community. They want something, right? There's something that they don't have, and gives it to them, right? Because you have these things where people, like, whole family just, like, turn on them, right? But I bet before they were talking about the flat Earth, I bet their family never listened to them. I bet you this is the first time their family ever fucking really talked to them or listened to them or had anything to say about them. I bet it's the first time they ever had any spotlight in their family, right? So that's the kind of reason you would become a flat earther, in my opinion. Nobody actually thinks the Earth is flat. No one actually is like really stupid enough to. You can create a delusion in your own mind. Like people are delusional and like mentally ill, but no one really believes the Earth is flat. It's just it's a sort of delusion they create in order to like cope with something else. There's no real flat Earth people. They just don't exist.
Yeah. What I want to know though is these people think that like so they'll say the Earth is flat and that the government is lying to us. Why would the government lie to us about the Earth being flat? What is the purpose? Yeah, what is the reason why they would lie? What does it prove though? What is it like that they can make us all feel like idiots because the Earth's they're like these dickheads think the Earth's round. What a bunch of like dumbasses. Like what does it actually prove though? Why lie about something like that?
It's just a tester.
I can't. Yeah,
it's just a test.
Oh, it's a tester.
Well, it's like if we can make them believe the Earth is round, we can make them believe anything. So they tested it out. They're like, "Oh, the Earth's round, by the way," and everyone was like, "Yeah, I guess, cool."
And they're like, "5G safe."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Hey, get vaccinated. How about we were right about the Earth being round? Maybe get vaccinated. You know what I mean? Maybe get the COVID-19 vaccine. That sounds good. But I was actually reading that there's some actually pretty much legitimate scientific evidence that the Pfizer vaccine doesn't work. Like, doesn't fucking do anything.
Doesn't do anything?
Yeah, which I think is probably true.
So you're an anti-vax now.
No, I don't think it hurts you. But it just doesn't do anything. I just don't think it does anything.
It's like, I did see like a bunch of people like who have developed, I don't know, Tourette's or seizures from the Pfizer vaccine. Like supposedly developed. That's what I mean. Like quotation marks developed.
You just happened to have your first seizure after you got, you know what I mean, a couple months after the vaccine. Like shit happens like that.
Yeah. But I know someone. It's like obviously in America they're doing a lot, like videotaping themselves, like, you know, as if they got fucking ASL or some shit like that. Like they can't walk properly, and they're like,
I should pretend it just gave me Tourette's and just say whatever the fuck. That's the move.
Say what the fuck. Yeah. Sorry, I got the vaccine. Fucking cunt, nigga. Like,
sorry, vaccine. You understand?
I'm on the vaccine. I got
the
vaccine.
Moderna. So, you know, I'm so sorry.
That's make that a YouTube prank. I got the vaccine in the hood. Just do some shit like that.
Vaccine. I got the vaccine in the. It took me so long to process the fuck you just said. Vaccine in the hood. Whatever. 90% of people. If you went up to 90% of people and you just went fuck shit, fuck you. Sorry, the vaccine made me have Tourette's. 90% of people just like, okay, see you later.
Whatever. Yeah. Like,
it's just like, I'm not fucking getting into whatever that dude wants to get into right now.
But that's what I was gonna say was that like, it's pretty funny how a lot of these people who like have developed these things were people who are already against the vaccine. So maybe it's a mindset thing. Maybe if you believe that it's going to cause these effects, that's how it works. Maybe imagine that's a theory.
Finding out that you placeboed yourself into thinking you had ASL for 15 years just because you believed that.
Yeah.
Just gave yourself autism. Just made yourself physically incapable of making eye contact with people for 25 years. Because someone's like, that shit's not real.
You can definitely develop like mental illness, can't you? Like over time.
Yes.
If you're like, yeah. So like, but I was thinking the other day, like,
not mental illness though. That's not the same.
No. I'm talking about like people like, you know, shutting themselves off and developing paranoia and shit like that.
Agoraphobia and shit like that. Okay.
Yeah, but do you think that people confuse that? Like, a lot of people in chronically online are just being like, "Oh my god, I just found out I have ADHD and shit like that." But do you think it's more or less that people are just developing these weird habits because they're not really socializing properly, and they're just doing a lot of like.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's not fucking an expert on anything at all, I do think I do sort of get the sense generally that people are overdiagnosed and definitely over-medicated as well. I mean, I know that there's like not an insignificant amount of psychologists and psychiatrists and like neural research scientists and shit who say that ADHD isn't really a thing. It's just what you call shit cunt children. It's, you know what I mean? It's just like it's just saying, oh, your child's enough of a shit that we can give them pills, right? Because you need like a diagnosis to give someone pills. You can't just be like, this guy's such a cunt, we'll give him meth. You know what I mean?
yeah. Give some Dexies, bro. You'll have a good time. Don't worry. It'll be less of a cunt later.
Just he'll chill out with some meth. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. It's you know what I mean. But what the fuck do I know? But I do think, I think people.
That's.
Sort of
I was actually going to say, like, people are listening, just going to be like, "What the fuck are these cunts talking about?" Like these armchair psychologists just.
Whatever. I got the internet. I know everything because I'm on account of that.
I know. I have my own brain, and that's what I trust the most.
But you sure give people a lot of fucking credit to think that they would think that we, being armchair psychologists or whatever, 98% of people don't have that sort of view on life. They think, fucking oath, I got the same feeling about things. Like that's why democracy is so fucking stupid, because we're fucking stupid. As a species, we're just fucking gaggles of morons everywhere. Going, that's right, that guy was in Terminator. He should be the governor. I don't know why I'm doing that in an Australian accent.
He should be the governor.
Look how fucking
if I was in California, I'd vote for that jacked cunt for sure. But did you watch him True Lies? Incredible.
You just stop trying to slip in True Lies compliments, bro. No one likes True Lies, just you.
It was a fantastic movie.
What did True Lies get on IMDb?
Oh, I'll tell you, it's up in the 90s, for sure.
It got 70 on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.3 on IMDb.
Hey, 7.3 on IMDb, that's good.
That's not the 90s?
Yeah, that's good.
It's not the 90s.
Alright, let's look up, let's see, okay, I'm not going to ask you what you think the best movie is, because it's obviously going to be over that. What's a good movie, do you think? What is a movie that you think can beat that on IMDb?
What's a movie that I think could beat that, but, something that just
it can't be it obviously can't be fucking Shawshank Redemption or some shit like that. A movie that is on the same scale as True Lies.
So you're asking me what's a movie that gets like a 7.5? And I'm trying to name it. Okay. Let's see. A 7.5 movie, I would say... Ooh, not that one. I was going to say Pitch Black for a second, but no way.
Pitch Black?
Nah. Even though it is better. Even though it is a much better fucking movie.
No way.
Pitch Black fucking rocks.
Pitch Black.
It's all Australian.
No way near as good as True Lies.
So I think
it's got Bill Paxton in it.
I was going to say Bill Paxton. I was looking at that same picture. That picture of Bill Paxton looks like someone killed Bill Paxton and is wearing his face as a mask. Like they killed young Bill Paxton and they put his face on as a mask. That's what old Bill Paxton looks like.
Yeah, that's just a JPEG issue. It's deteriorated over time. Just
okay. I gotta pick a movie. I think that Horrible Bosses will get a 7.5. Hello. Alright, we've lost Nate here, so let's take a break for the man-eater sandwich pod for a second. Spoiler, I'll keep having a conversation with myself. Horrible Bosses gets a 6.9. And Charlie Day be looking fat. Looking chubby cheek. Maybe it's just his big chubby smile. But big respect to Charlie Day, because he could have traded up for a different wife after he blew up a lot, but he never did. Not that she's not cute as hell, but he could have just had an 18-year-old, model. He could have just traded him for that. But that'd have been a bit weird, right? Just to see Charlie Day hanging around and it'd be a bit strange. But I tell you who does, being a Hollywood pedophile, right? Just while I'm monologuing, is Leonardo DiCaprio, right? He's perfectly running that line. He's just so good at it. He went to society and he said, "What's the lowest I can go? What's the lowest I can go? What's the smallest?" And everyone said 18. can't go lower than 18. And he went, I'll do 18 then. I'll just do 18. That's the, you know what I mean? He's not Justin Roiling me out there, shaving a couple of years off. He can survive. But I think we might have Nate back. Hopefully, his recording is still intact. Okay, he's exploring the current one. He's not going to do the same thing he did before. So is it intact? Are you just going to keep recording? I'll record back through the VR headset. For safety, just put the headset on. Just put the VR headset on for the rest of the app. Just doing a quick test. Which means I'm still talking to myself. I'm still monologuing, so I should be filling in the blank air a little bit more. I was wrong about horrible bosses, by the way. My guess was horrible bosses. And you didn't respond. It got less. It got lower than 7.3. But what's a 7.5 movie from you? Because that was a good game. Trying to get 7.5 exactly. IMDb score, by the way.
Okay, yep.
Is the official metric.
Okay, what I think is above 7, but like on the same level.
No, it has to be exactly 7.5. That's the.
Has to be 7.5.
That's any movie you like, but it has to be 7.5. That's the goal.
Okay, well I know it's definitely not Horrible Bosses 2.
That's well, really? You think it's worse than Horrible Bosses 1?
I know that it is because that movie was not received as well as Horrible Bosses 1. Okay. But then again, it's people's opinions. Okay, trying to think. Predator. I think Predator is a higher than. I think it gets a 7.5. I think that's
exactly because that's what I was gonna say.
I think it's a 7.5 sort of movie. Oh, it's a 7.8. Damn.
Yeah, I knew it'd be higher. In fact, it's lower than I thought it would be.
You thought it'd be? I think that's about a 7.8.
I think it'd be an 8.5 or.
No, I don't think it's as good as an 8.5 because like 8.5's like Schindler's List, some shit like that.
Okay, my next guess: Jurassic World.
No, I think it's a 6. I think it's a 6 into something, for sure.
People have to have liked it though. 6.9 again. Damn it.
Yeah, see, I knew it was a 6 point something. All right. Okay, 7.5. Let's think. So we got True Lies, which is 7.3. We got Predator, which is a 7. So we want to find the in between of those two.
What's between Predator and what's?
I'm gonna say Die Hard 2. I reckon Die Hard 2.
2. Okay, let's have a look because I know that wasn't. Ooh.
7.1.
7.1. Okay, here's the one though. Terminator 3.
No, I reckon that's a 6. That's got to be a 6 for sure.
I really liked that movie.
I didn't like that.
I didn't like it.
The ending was such a cop out.
Damn it! 6.3.
Yeah, I knew it. See, you could just pick it. Now I know that the new Terminator wouldn't have been. I knew it. I could pick the 6s. I could pick the 6s well. I can't pick the 7s. The 7s are hard. 7.5. Was Die Hard?
We get one.
Yeah, was Die Hard with a Vengeance? Was Die Hard with a Vengeance? But I'm thinking, was it better than 2?
I feel like 3 was better. Like 3 was the one with Samuel Jackson, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I liked 3 better than 2.
It was fun. It's like referenced a lot and stuff. Yeah. Like it's made a bigger impact in like pop culture.
But is it a 7.5?
Is that your official? Are you officially going Die Hard 3?
I'm gonna go with a Vengeance. Yeah, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Let's see what it's at. Is
Die Hard 3 the same as Die Hard?
Oh, so close.
Oh, 7.6. 2, he overshot.
Damn. So close.
Damn. Overshot. Man. Okay, I think the Poseidon Adventure is my next guess.
Poseidon? What the fuck is the Poseidon Adventure?
Poseidon Adventure?
No. When was it made?
It's like a Titanic-style movie. It really,
really
scared me as a kid.
This movie was actually received worse than Die Hard 2 was. Died with a Vengeance. But the people liked it more than Die Hard 2. The people have spoken. 7.6.
For sure. Okay. Almond was Poseidon was an absolute fucking.
Where were we at? What's it at?
I remember it being more sort of famous. It scared the shit out of me as a kid. Made me scared of boats. 5.7.
Oh, true. Yeah, so we're dipping a bit there. Okay, so. Trying to think, maybe
I'll have to rewatch that because I remember watching it as a kid. I remember thinking this movie's good, but it's fucking scary.
Do you think Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, do you think that's a 7 or do you think that's a 6?
No way. I think that one would have got panned as a people.
As a people's
people
choice.
Given it a 5. Yeah,
true.
Drag that one down really hard.
Maybe Force Awakens. Force Awakens, I reckon that might be.
Force Awakens.
Yeah, I reckon that might be a 7. No, I think that's an 8. Actually, I think people probably rated that high, and then the rest they would have. I don't think any of the new Star Wars is going to be 7s. I think it's either going to be like 8 or like a 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't think any of them are 5s. Rogue One gets a 7.5.
Ooh, actually though, that's a good choice. But that's not going to be mine. That can be yours.
Okay, Rogue One. That's my next pick.
All right. Okay. I'm locking in. I'm thinking. The Punisher, the first Punisher movie. Not
movie?
the one with Thomas Jane. Yeah, that is my go. I reckon that's a 7.5. Okay, no, it definitely wasn't.
What's it?
It's a 6.4. Damn.
Okay. Well, Force Awakens was a 7.8.
That's close.
And Rogue One is a 7.8 as well.
What?
Damn, man. Yeah. I didn't like that movie. It's not that good.
I didn't like Rogue One either. A lot of people loved it though.
Yeah, I know Wes would be defending the hell out of it if he was here, which he's not. Hashtag less Wes.
Yeah, hashtag less Wes once again.
As per usual. You know that guy that occasionally hangs around?
Okay, alright. Let's trying to think. I'm thinking Arnie. We're gonna go with the Arnies.
Well, what's between Predator and True Lies? Commando, is it? It's probably lower than True Lies, right?
No, I reckon Commando. I reckon Commando is probably higher, but I think it's lower than Predator. So that might be it.
Really?
I'm gonna go with Commando. I'm gonna lock it in. 1985.
Okay.
6.7. No, it's lower.
Yeah,
than
I
both.
knew it was lower. True Lies has some subtlety to it. Commando is too schlocky to get any respect, even though it's the best shit.
Fantastic. So good.
Yeah, you did say that, man. I lied.
Like,
I said I'd kill you last. Yeah, man, you did say that. Straight up, I lied. Pretend I didn't say that.
So many good one-liners in that. like, you fucking with a green beret. I eat green berets for breakfast, and I'm very hungry.
Okay, Escape from New York is my guess. That's my next one.
Ooh, I reckon that's a good choice.
Man, my second Kurt Russell stab, too low. 7.
Too low? 7.1.
But it got 86 on Rotten Tomatoes and 92% on Google users. So it's
it's good. I'm gonna go with another Kurt Russell. I'm gonna go The Thing.
The Thing? No, it's gonna be way higher than 7.
I reckon that's 7 point. Yeah, it's an 8.2. It's too good of a movie.
8.2. Yeah,
too good.
At the time, it was so influential and shit. Let's see. Let's just throw one out there. Let's just
7.5. Such a fucking specific. So close with a vet. I'm gonna hopefully maybe if I rate it a 6 or something, maybe I'll push it down.
Yeah, no, you have to rate it a 1 to try and push it down that far. You have to try and nip it down with just tank the rating. Fucking hilarious if you manage to pull that off. What's the movies that have come out lately? What is it? Let's go. Avatar 2: The Way of Water.
Oh.
Here we go. The 2022 film Avatar: Way of Water, 7.8.
Damn, it's just a little too good. Actually, what do you? No, I think the Phantom Menace. Do you think that'll be around 7.5? Do you think that's a bit?
That'd be a 5. The
That'd
Phantom
be a 5?
Menace would be the lowest one so far.
Yeah, but then you have like this like weird people who really like that movie. So you have this niche of fans who really love the Phantom Menace.
Is it your guess?
I'm gonna go with the Phantom Menace.
You go Phantom Menace?
Yep. I reckon that's a
6.5.
6.5. Damn. Yeah, one off. One score.
But that makes me think that I'm gonna guess Revenge of the Sith.
No, that's an 8. I'm betting you that's like in an 8 for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
People didn't like it that much.
Nah.
7.6.
Oh, it's a 7.6.
So close. No, people didn't like that one that much.
But people like it now, surely. Look at the 798,000 votes for that one.
It's so good.
People go into IMDb and actually vote.
Yeah.
Fuck me, a 7.6. Damn.
So we've both got a 7.6 under the belts now?
Yeah, it was so close.
General Grievous. Why? If you were just a little bit shit at design, General Grievous, I would have.
I'm thinking Bruce Willis. I'm thinking Unbreakable. I reckon Unbreakable.
Unbreakable's higher than a 7.5.
No, that's a 7.5 on the dot. Here we go. Where is it? 7.3. Damn it.
Oh, really lower?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, you know what I think got a little bit higher. What was the sequel that the surprise sequel that they made?
Split?
Glass? Split. I think Split gets a 7.5.
Glass definitely didn't get a 7.5. It was not good.
I never saw it. 7.3.
Yeah,
We're zeroing in. We're getting there. We're understanding it a little bit more.
We figured it out. Okay. Let's just... I'm thinking Bruce Willis is the key. I think the Bruce Willis 2000s. He made good movies, but he didn't make anything super great. He made great... except for Die Hard, of course. Die Hard's fantastic.
Well, sure. But what about The Sixth Sense? And
I reckon The Sixth Sense might be a 7 point. I reckon that's a high 7. It could be an 8.
It's a high 8, bro.
I'm curious though. I'm just gonna look it up. It's not a guess. It's just curious. I don't think it's
okay.
It's an 8.2 for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, what about Signs? What do you reckon Signs is at?
Signs? That might get on the button.
I'm thinking because
Signs, I hate. It fucking sucks. What a shit movie. What a garbage.
So
film.
many people love it.
Yes, I know.
People love it.
I hear, what the fuck is that movie? The woman's prophecy is kill them with a baseball bat? It's the dumbest movie. Whatever.
No, it's not kill them with it. Swing away.
Swing away. Yeah. So he needed an old woman to tell him that, to fight them with a baseball bat.
It's not his old woman. It's what his mother said. His sister-in-law said.
His sister
before she died.
I remember being an old woman. But
no, it was his sister-in-law, his brother's wife, who died in the car crash, and was saying, "Tell what's her name to swing away." I'm pretty sure that was. Yeah.
But if she hadn't said that, would he not have used the baseball bat?
Wouldn't even thought of it. Wouldn't even thought of it.
Well, I guess we just die now. There's nothing to do. Defend myself in the most basic way.
It's pretty on the nose.
Water kills them. Is it your guess?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I'm going for Signs.
Alright, Signs.
I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure my computer knows that I'm human.
Really? That's a weird function your computer insists. 6.8. I'll spoil it for you.
Okay.
The Rotten Tomatoes and Flick scores are both 75%.
Oh,
but it's not the IMDb.
That's not. It's not what we need. No, that's not right.
No. Okay.
I'm
going with.
I gotta look up all the bicycles. Did I get it?
All the bicycles. What the fuck? Oh,
yeah, it's like one of those captures. Yeah, it's a capture.
Robot thing.
Yeah.
A robot would never be able to tell me which one of these is a bicycle. I'm just doing a John Mulaney bit to explain why I was doing that. My next guess: Paranormal Activity.
Ooh,
Paranormal Activity 1.
One? So actually good. Actually classic found footage. All right. What do you reckon?
Let's have a look. Paranormal Activity, the first movie. 6.3?
Damn, I thought
it's not good. I agree with that garbage.
No, I think it was a good found footage. As one of the first found footage, like that, started the peak of found. It was the peak. It was the peak of found footage horror. I
remember I went to see I can't remember. It might have been 4 or one of the films with in the cinema. I went to see it with Andre Panur, and he. Yeah. And there's so many shots of a fucking pool cleaner just going. Fucking pool.
Oh yeah, stupid. I've seen them all, and I remember exactly.
It's so boring. It's absolute garbage. Just the pool cleaner. Honest to God, 15 times they cut to the pool cleaner, and at one point it goes out of the pool and goes. And I'm meant to be scared. I'm meant to be like, oh, I think pool cleaner.
Was that the one that also had the Xbox Connect bit, where it was like. You could see the demon in the lasers of the Xbox Connect. That was yeah, that was part of it. It was cool idea. It was a fucking cool idea, but those movies. Yeah. The first one I did like. I actually did like the first one. All the rest you can just write them off. They're all fucking bad.
Them off. Yeah. I was just looking at all the ratings and they go lower and lower and lower. They just dip. Although the fourth Paranormal Activity had a budget of $5 million,
and it's got a 4.6 on IMDb.
Yeah.
But people didn't give a shit about it.
Made it pretty cheap.
What's the latest one? Next of Kin. It's got a 30.
The first Paranormal Activity had a budget of $15,000. They didn't.
Man, they made it work. Look, 193 million. God
Yeah,
damn.
that's a good return on investment. Percentage-wise, that might be the most successful film of all time. Maybe Princess Bride, I don't know.
Terminator.
What's the 7.5? You got a...
yeah, we're okay. We're going.
you got a guess?
Get distracted. Oh, what do you reckon? What do you think about Con Air? Maybe Nick Cage.
Con Air? I think it's probably too low.
Actually, I reckon what's that new movie with him where he plays himself?
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah, I reckon that's a 7.5.
Really? I don't think that's getting it there, but let's have a look. If that's your guess, that's your guess. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I think you're just going to be short.
It's 7. It's just
7.
A straight 7.
7
Damn.
even. Damn it.
I
had a good one, and we fucking started talking about Paranormal Activity. My guess is the first... what's the fucking movie? That ridiculous movie where one day a year everyone gets to fuck each other up?
Oh, The Purge? No, I don't think... Actually, I think... I'm getting too excited thinking about it now. Because I think a lot of people didn't like the first one, but they liked the sequels more. So I think the sequels actually did better. Yeah.
It's my guess, anyway.
I'm going to go The Purge 2.
5.7? Okay.
Yeah, Purge 2 got 6.4. See?
Okay. Should I guess Purge 3? Are we creeping up? Creeping up.
Well, I'm gonna look just for the curiosity.
Sure.
It got a 6, so probably peaked at Purge.
They're
maybe
not.
Because
they're kind of culty almost. The Purge.
Yeah. Well, it got maybe because it got too political with the third one, so it was a bit more divisive because it was election. It probably was talking about Donald Trump and had allusions to it. Well, it's 2016. It was released in 2016. The Purge election year.
Oh, hell yeah.
No doubt that it was definitely about Donald Trump in some way. For sure.
Well, I suppose. I think it's just a film that rags on Hillary Clinton the whole time.
Just goes in the opposite direction.
In the year 2018, some bitch is president. Some bitch is ruining the country.
And she took away the Purge, but we're bringing it back against her will.
Some pussy bitch took away the Purge. Now everyone's all pent up and angry.
Whoa. Okay. No, Training Day. Do you reckon that's too high?
Training Day? I think that's too high. It's not too bad. But I'm gonna guess A Quiet Place 2 is my next guess.
Ooh. I'm gonna guess A Quiet Place 1. I reckon Quiet Place 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, let's see if I pip you with A Quiet Place 2.
Oh! It's right! Right on the money.
What?
Yeah, Quiet Place 1.
Damn it.
7.5, baby. Woo!
Nice. So we get there with A Quiet Place 1. Thank God. Quiet Place 2 just a bit lower, 7.2. Yeah. I thought Quiet Place 1 was rated higher than that. I thought it at least get up around the 0.8 mark. 7.5, A Quiet Place, the horror thriller from 2018. Exactly rated 7. But I tell you what, 96% on Rotten Tomatoes and
96,
so
and 96.
It's a bit of a disparity between the IMDb and the rest of the world.
Well, 96 just means that it makes sense because that just means that a lot of people just rated it positively. So a lot of people probably gave it a 7 or an 8.
Yeah, you can't go nuance like they do on IMDb. Man, 500,000 people went on IMDb and rated A Quiet Place. Why? What do you get out of going on IMDb and rating a movie? Who fucking cares? What's the point? But I think that's going to do it. We don't want to run too much overtime because I got to...
I reckon we should play that game again sometime. That was fun. But we should just do different numbers.
We'll do a random number generator.
Oh, really quick. Can we see what other movies are in the 7.5 range? If we can.
Do we want... Because then it ruins 7.5 for us. We can't do 7.5
we can't do 7.5 again?
Well,
I've seen 2. I've seen 2. I've seen 3.
Stop looking at them.
Alright, I'm not looking at them anymore. Alright.
Have to push them out of your mind. What ones did you see?
I won't guess. The new movie Babylon, that's 7.5.
That would have ever come to you to guess. Like you ever would have thought, oh yeah.
Now when I go and finally watch it, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's a 7.5.
That's a 7.5 movie. What a waste of fucking time to watch.
I thought it would have been at least a 7.8. I thought it would have been on the same level as Die Hard with a Vengeance. Oh no, that was a 7.6.
7.6 was so close, yeah.
Alright, anyway.
Okay, well thank you for everybody for getting on the tools with this. I've been Dominic Anderson. With me, Nate Shepherd. Hope you've had a good time with our vaccine advice. Remember not to get it or you'll go down. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully with a little more Wes. A little hashtag more Wes. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for getting on.
Bye.